Hey there, alligators! Day 24 of Lent is upon us, so if you've come to gnaw on information and attack those who reject it, then you've come to the right place. So I'm Allie Marie. All you have to do to join the alligators is subscribe and then share the video that compelled you to subscribe with the hashtag alligators on Twitter or Facebook. Today's Lent question comes from two different sources. We have Hubert Pazumski from Poland, who asked me to do a video on Mary's Perpetual Virginity, and then Carlos Molina from Colorado, who asked who the other sons of Mary are. I'm going to try to make this tedious topic fun, so bear with me. The first argument people use to say that Mary had other children are words like until and brethren, but in the Greek language, the words adelphos, adelphi, adelphoi, brother, sister, brothers, essentially mean anybody who is not either your father or your son. Even in the Old Testament, they used this word to describe Abraham and Lot's relationship, which Lot was actually Abraham's nephew. So essentially, they're just saying, we are family. Everybody get up and sing, oh, oh, oh. Just because they were related in some way doesn't mean that they were in fact Mary's children. When they went and found Jesus in the temple when he was 12 years old, there was no indication that there were any other children with Mary and Joseph. Not to mention, Jesus is always referred to as the Son of Mary, not a son of Mary throughout the entire New Testament. Secondly, we have documentation from the early church stating that Mary was committed to being a perpetual virgin. We have the Proto-Evangelium of James that was written in about 125 AD that actually states the principal aim of those writings is to prove the perpetual virginity of Mary before, in, and after the birth of Christ. Mary was dedicated at birth, just like Samuel was in the Old Testament. She was vowed to live a life of perpetual virginity. Then when she was 12 years old, Joseph, a widower, was chosen as her protector or guardian to respect and preserve her virginity. So she essentially told Joseph, we are never, ever, ever having kids together. We are never, ever, ever having kids together. Like, ever. Even the word until in Greek has no implication that anything happened after the fact. It simply means the same thing as before. Like, I didn't eat breakfast before Mass. Does that mean that I ate breakfast after Mass? No, I simply didn't eat breakfast before Mass. Trying to interpret the Bible with modern vernacular ends up giving some pretty ridiculous interpretations. So much happened during the life of Mary and Christ that the Bible even states that there couldn't be enough books on the earth to share everything that Jesus did. However, there are some. There is a context to the Bible, and this Proto-Evangelium is exactly one of them. In that particular compilation, it even states that the adelphoi could be children from Joseph's previous marriage from which he was widowed, which would make sense why Jesus gave Mary to John instead of one of his brothers. There was no one there to assume responsibility, which is what the next son would have done. So if you choose to reject these writings that are in context with the Bible, I essentially only have one thing to say to you. I heard there was a secret chord that Mary played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for truth now, do ya? And that's all I have to say. So gnaw on that. We'll see you later, alligators.